Daleks in Quarantine. It's worse than the Slovene. 3 Daleks living together no matter the weather. In space. Daleks in Quarantine. Daleks in Quarantine.
Well, guys, I have decided, therefore, that because we only covered one episode, we are going to review the entire series of The Next Step. God help me! Do not worry, we'll go through it together. Yes. Now, my knowledge might be a bit rusty here, so bear with me if I get anything wrong. It has been eons since I've watched any of it. So, we're going to begin with Season 1 right now. Before we do, though, I would just like to say that the last time we reviewed this show, we criticised the title sequence. And that is true. We still do not like it. Imagine if we did that in our titles.
Whee! Backflip! Brilliant! I'm a bit old for this. I'm kicking my leg up for no reason.
Whee! I am doing the cyber dance. Delete, delete, delete. So we start off with auditions. The new girl on the show, or new at the time, that is. She comes in. Emily does not like her. I hated Emily in this season. But she is a damn good villain. Someone cast Alexandra Beaton as the Master. Or at least a renegade Time Lord like the Rani. Big finish. This would be good for you as well. Anywho, Emily does not like her, and she apparently forged some texts. Oh wow, I like this plot. And also she lied to Eldon. Poor Eldon. Oh. It is sad that Chloe is bankrupt, but it is nice that we highlight her, and we highlight those issues. This is what made the show good back then. Oh, and look at that. A-Truth is surprising her. What a nice surprise. What a nice surprise. What an act of kindness. I miss when they filmed outside. A-Troop then goes in a dance battle with Seeds. Luckily, sadly, A-Troop loses to Seeds. But, the good guys can't always win. So when did we ever win a battle then? I do not know. He has a point. The Daleks have always lost the battle because of the Doctor. I don't think we've ever won a battle against the Doctor. We got close one time. Season finale. The Next Step wins regionals. Hooray, yay. Season 2 introduces new dancers, some of which have gone on to do better things. So, for instance, Talia was in a dark drama called Dare Me. It is not for children. Speaking of cringy teen dramas, Hunter was in an episode of Riverdale. What? Really? When? He was in the background. Well, that explains everything. Anywho, they then meet. Then we have Amanda, who is a spy for Elite when they find out later. Although a cringe moment is when Emily and Hunter are trapped in the costume closet. I mean, are you serious there? A costume costume closet. Lucky they had security cameras. Who knows what could have happened? Like Emily tripping over, for instance, and getting injured.
That's what I was going to suggest.
Later on, they find out that Amanda was spying for Elite, their rival at Nationals. And then someone breaks up with someone, and James and Riley have a big argument. They go shopping for costumes. Then Nationals comes around. The next step win, blah blah blah. Lucian loses. On to the best season now! Season 3. Lucian buys the next step.
Yay! I mean, boo! What? I like Lucian. He was a good villain.
Anywho, Lucian is more relaxed than Kate. Then he brings his dancers to go, and the ownership is decided through a series of dance-offs through some of the characters. Now, we know what happened with one of the people, so we're going to refer to them as you-know-who. So, you-know-who had a little thing for Noah. We'll get to that a bit later. Then, after that, the next step win.
Yay! The next step win! Take that, Lucian!
Then, when the next step win, they have to merge some of their dances. This is when my favourite character, Skylar, came in. Her and her sister Sierra were so good together. Why did you make them argue? So much wasted potential! Anywho, then later on, Internationals being held in Miami, Florida. So, and then Noah, this is his first season as an A-Trooper. So Noah and you-know-who question if they should be together. Later on at a dance party, oh yeah, sorry,
oh, you forgot about Ella?
Yes, sorry. Then Ella decides, is a new character from Britain. We are not pranksters. Anywho, Ella is friends with Riley and she causes chaos in the studio. And they have things like a line dance, which Ella faked. Why was she even there in the first place? I'm sorry, but why? Anywho, we ignore Ella and we concentrate on Sierra and Skylar. They fall out and Skylar is quite mean. She screwed Sierra over! This is not right! Anywho, we then move on to the dance party. It is romantic for everyone. Before they go to internationals, Amanda has to go to Sweden as well, and when she comes back from Sweden, everyone surprises her. Noah and you-know-who kiss for about 10 seconds, and that's where we leave it. The next step, go to internationals, and they of course win. It is a glorious moment in the next step history. We look back at some of the characters' perspectives from those who left, like Hunter before he went over to Riverdale, and Emily, I don't know what she's doing, just sitting down while she's injured. So that ends Season 3. Season 4. First of all, Kate... So, post-internationals, everyone's happy that they've won, yay! But there is a problem. Kate is leaving. So do multiple A-troopers. It is sad to see some of them go, but you know that some of them go on to better careers. Then, Miss Kate leaves because she's going to join a judging panel. So then, she leaves Riley in charge. Why did you put her in charge? If I'm honest, Riley was the worst person to be put in charge. Could she not have had someone like Emily in charge as well? On to that later. Everyone leaves. Why did Sierra have to leave? Poor Skylar, they're all alone. I will help you, Skylar. Anywho, we're going to talk about a load of new dancers. James's sister Piper. I'll rant on about her later. Amy. Cassandra. She deserved better. Then Salone and LaTroy. I can see why this season was hated. Then we had Skylar trying to fit into A-Troop, bless her. Then they are invited to England by someone who thinks he is Rey Mysterio. So West, Eldon, and James go all the way to England, but Alfie, this Swiss prince guy, charms his way into Riley's heart, and she kisses him while James is away! Why would you do that, Riley? You are an idiot! Anywho, after that, her and James have a fight and James doesn't like Alfie now. Alfie leaves. Then, cue the season finale. They're at regionals. And then, Riley makes one simple mistake. Making Cassandra the alternate. Poor Cassie! She deserves respect! Respect Cassie! Please respect her! Respect her! If you are out there, Cassie, please, we respect you! We remember you! We won't worship her like some god, though! But what about the other main point of the show? Noah and Amanda? Yes. Now I think it was originally for you-know-who. But Amanda was good. I preferred Noah and Amanda to his next girlfriend. A lot. I mean, she visits him in hospital, bless him. Bless her, sorry. Bless both of them. Then Rochelle is in A-Troop. But that's not the main point. The next step, lose regionals. Because Riley made the stupid decision and she is the worst person to ever be put in charge of anything. Do not make her a military tactician, I beg of you. Then the worst season. Season 5. Oh God, I hate this to my core. Okay, so now because of Riley's problems, she went off to do business school. I mean, come on! Leave other people to clean up your mess? Doesn't sound like anyone else would do that. But anywho, right, now Riley's left, that means that Emily and Michelle Emily basically is now the studio owner. So that means she's in charge. She selects the A-Troop dancers. Even more new characters are introduced. I prefer these new characters to the ones that we got in the other seasons. So, Amanda apparently left. I don't know why she really left. Someone make a fanfiction or a solution. Big Finish audio drama, please! Anywho. So then, they get in new characters. Josh, I respect him. I miss him. We'll get onto him more later. So then, we have Zara. Follow your dreams, Zara. Apparently she was in Descendants, not that we care for Disney. And anywho. So, during the first episode, some dancers don't make the final cut. Oh, what about the new dancer, Lola? She looks like she's been places. And she looks like she's travelled a lot. Yes, we know. Jessica Lord was in Find Me in Paris. We know. Totally original idea. Yes. Did we ever go to Paris? When we invaded Earth, yes. Anywho. Kingston as well. But anywho, they do not make the final cut. They turn Skylar, and pardon the pun here, heel. Heel is a wrestling term for villain. And her surname in real life is Healy. Ha ha ha. So anywho, Michelle starts off her own version of A-Troop called TNS West. Civil War is happening. Here's a tip. If you want to do a civil war, think like a tactician, like the Daleks would. Hear it from us. Learn from our mistakes. But this is your show, not ours. What was the thing about Civil War in 2017? We had Captain America Civil War, TNS Civil War, and we've had the Dalek Civil War. So you copied Captain America. Okay. Anywho. So basically after this, they're at war, and Noah has yet another girlfriend named Jackie. Spells Jackie, but promotes Jackie. And then her and Noah start dating. I preferred Amanda. Then we have the dance, a civil war to determine who will go to regionals. Turns out TNS West loses. Then Jackie wants to be recruited by Gemini. Oswald, not Clara. Oswald forces Michelle and Emily to work together. So now that Skylar tried to get Jackie to Gemini, she fails. Jackie would never join Gemini because Noah's at the next step. Later on in the series, towards the end, they gain a new dancer, Heather. First of all, I know how much some of you hate Heather. But she represented the lower class human beings, therefore should be praised.
Speaking of which, how are you doing, Hannah Miller?
Don't break the fourth wall again! Anywho, Heather was a respectable character and deserves her own spin-off show.
Which I can write.
Never put this man in charge of anything.
But look how this show's been going.
Yes. We don't want to hear your wacky ideas. Anywho, then after that, when Heather joins, they have a dance-a-thon. Riley returns to observe the mess that she caused. Then at the end of the season, they have a dance back. They must choreograph and shoot a music video to get into regionals. And they go through to regionals. Season 6. So a few dancers have left. Again, what is it with this series? And what is it with this show? And losing and gaining dancers? Tell me, what is the problem? Then we have some new dancers taken over by Miss Angela, aka Lucian 2.0. Then, after that, they go to another regionals competition, but Angela wants to redesign the studio, but Rochelle manipulates her daughter, Lily. So Michelle starts a food fight. Then they have to do a lot of... Then they prevent Angela from buying the studio. So Katimus Prime returns. They make Michelle and Emily co-studio heads after working as servers in the bar. And then later on in that season, we have at regionals, we have Noah and Jackie breaking up. Thank God. Then the next step, win regionals. Yay! We're pretty bored now. Season 7, the latest one, or the latest TV one, done together. I have a lot of problems with this. So first of all, we have Nick, the new studio owner, again with the British stereotypes. But I like this new Nick man, that sounds alright. So then, Summer gets jealous with Henry. I can't stand Summer. Then then someone witnesses a kiss. I can't stand Piper. She's been on for too long. And when she was on for too long, it's been all about her. Shall we rename this the Piper Show? It's all about Piper. Why don't we play It's All About You by McFly while an image of Piper comes up on screen? To really make it about Piper. We could also tell the Pied Piper of Hamelin. While showing Roddy Piper matches from WWE. Too many Pipers. Yes, too many Pipers. Anywho, and Finn I prefer Josh to Finn. If you think Pin is Endgame, then I prefer Josh. At least Josh actually wanted to ask her out, and he had the kindest eyes. Finn only starred in a cringy cereal commercial. And honestly, who wants to listen to a kid singing Fruity Moons, Fruity Moons? Can't they just have the flex tape adverts instead? Save us, oh holy Phil Swift, with your flex tape. Anywho, moving on. So they choose a reality TV show. This was the worst decision they ever did. And then Lily and Kingston start a relationship. The worst relationship ever. They can't decide whether to break up or stay together. Then the main problem begins. Wait a minute!
Wait a minute! Don't some of the B-Troopers look familiar? I'm sure we have encountered a few of them.
Oh, yes. Wait! I'm getting flashbacks now too!
So am I! From when we invaded the next step? Don't worry, that's a future audio episode.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it now. Anywho. After that, B-Troop want to reach spotted regionals, which mysteriously happen. Check out our audio adventures for that. And then, after that, they immediately disqualify themselves from Dance Mania. Then after they disqualify themselves from Dance Mania, they are disgraced. The season ends with another civil war. Again, why is it about B-Troop? The next step was always about A-Troop. We don't need another division. We don't need another part of the next step to rise up against A-Troop. But don't worry, B-Troop will get special treatment, as in they will star in some of our audio adventures with Tom Baker's Doctor.
Shut up! They'll find the video. I'll put the link to it in the description.
What he said. So anywho, that ends this word.
The webisodes!
The elevating black dancers was good. It was nice to get a glimpse into their lives and why they danced. The what-if ones, I think, were good. But who caused the timeline? Who would it be? Would it be the Dalek Time Controller? The Time Strategist? Would it be the Supreme Dalek? Was it the Reverse Flash? Was it Savitar? Was it Godspeed? Was it Red Death? Was it Zoom? Was it the Reverse Flash? Was it the Flash? Who was it? Was it the Time Lord? Was it the Rani? The Master? The 11? Who was it? And then we move on to the second lot. The Dance Captain Diary. You seriously knew? How could you not know that Skylar was given the Dance Captain Diary at the end of season 4? I mean, come on! Then we have the Dance Dilemmas. Winifred looks familiar. We didn't watch any of the others. So that ends tonight's episode of Daleks in Quarantine. Exterminate!